When we think about threats, we often focus on external forces, but some of the most dangerous threats come from within. In this video, we're exploring internal threats, the cultural and operational dynamics that can silently erode your performance, weaken your strategy, and cost you your best people. Let's start with culture. Culture is the invisible force behind how your organization functions. When it's strong, teams are aligned, communication is open, and people feel safe to share ideas and challenges. But when culture breaks down, it becomes a threat. You see it in siloed thinking, passive aggression, fear of failure, or a lack of accountability. These aren't just HR issues, they're strategic vulnerabilities. Next, consider morale. Low morale doesn't always make headlines, but it quietly undercuts everything. Productivity drops, innovation stalls, customer service suffers, and worst of all, disengaged employees stop caring about outcomes. This is often caused by burnout, lack of recognition, or unclear direction, and if left unaddressed, it spreads fast. Another internal threat is turnover, especially when it's unexpected or affects high-performing talent. Losing institutional knowledge and momentum can be expensive and destabilizing. High turnover often signals deeper issues in leadership, communication, or culture fit. And it doesn't just affect teams internally, it sends signals to customers, competitors, and potential recruits. Sometimes internal threats are tied to growth. Rapid scaling without clear systems or values can dilute your culture. Bringing in new leaders without alignment can create tension. Even success can be a threat if it leads to complacency or disconnect between departments. So how do you spot internal threats? It starts with listening. Use engagement surveys, exit interviews, and one-on-one feedback to identify patterns. Are people saying they feel unsupported? Are certain teams showing signs of burnout? Are there pockets of resistance or disengagement? Watch for behavioral signals too. Rising absenteeism, declining collaboration, frequent miscommunication, or employee conflict can all be signs that something deeper needs attention. And don't ignore the silent middle, the folks who aren't complaining but also aren't contributing. Apathy is harder to detect than dissent, but just as dangerous. You should also look at how your values are lived, or not. Are people rewarded for behavior that reflects your stated culture? Or is there a disconnect between what's said and what's done? That gap creates confusion and erodes trust. Leadership behavior plays a huge role. People take cues from the top. Leaders who are reactive, closed off, or inconsistent in their messaging often contribute to cultural breakdown, even if they don't realize it. Creating a psychologically safe environment starts with leadership owning its impact. Here's the good news. Internal threats are within your control. Unlike external forces, you have the power to shift culture, raise morale, and reduce turnover. It starts with awareness, transparency, and consistent action. The sooner you identify internal threats, the easier they are to address. In your SWOT analysis, don't overlook what's happening inside the walls, because the organizations that win long-term aren't just the ones with the best products. They're the ones with the strongest, healthiest teams behind them.